Welcome to this tutorial on creating and exporting an animated GIF using the Motion plugin in Figma. In this guide, you will learn how to transform a static image into a looping animation using a series of clearly defined steps. Begin by opening your web browser and navigating to the Figma website. Once the page loads, direct your attention to the top right corner where you will find an option to log in. Clicking on login initiates the sign in process. Upon reaching the sign in page, choose the Continue with Google option. This method simplifies your sign in experience, and you will then be asked to select the Google account associated with your Figma projects. Once your account is selected, Figma will grant you access to your workspace, allowing you to continue with your creative process. Now that you are logged in, navigate towards your project space. If you already have an active project you wish to work on, open it. Otherwise, create a new file to begin your animation. The next step involves adding visual content. Import or add an image into your project. The image you use will be the element that comes to life with animation later in the process. To properly contain and manage this image, insert a frame into your project and place your image within that frame. Using a frame helps in organizing your design elements and ensures that the Motion plugin correctly interprets your intended layout. Next, move your focus to the bottom of Figma's toolkit and click on Actions to unveil additional options. Within the expanded menu, look for the section labelled Plugins and Widgets. Upon selecting Plugins and Widgets, a search field appears. In this search field, type in Motion. The Motion plugin, which is specifically designed to bring smooth and dynamic animations to Figma, will appear as a search result. Click on the Motion plugin to activate it. Before applying any animations, it is important to ensure that the image you imported earlier is still selected. This selection guarantees that the Motion plugin only applies its effects to the chosen element. In the Motion plugin interface, concentrate on the section that handles keyframes along the X-axis. Begin by adding a keyframe to mark the starting point of your animation. Proceed by moving along the timeline to the end point of your keyframe sequence. At this end point, drag your image to the position where you want the animation to culminate. This movement represents the transformation of your image over the duration of the animation. Once you have positioned the endpoint by adding another keyframe, your series of keyframes now accurately depicts the intended motion of your image. With the animation path defined, turn your attention to the right side of the motion interface where you will see an export option. Clicking on export initiates the process of finalizing your animation. Among the available export formats, select GIF so that your project is rendered as a looping animation. Confirm that the repeat setting is enabled so that your animation continuously cycles when viewed. The final step is to click on export once more to download your animated GIF. By following these instructions step by step, you have successfully created and exported a looping GIF using Figma and the Motion plugin. Enjoy your new animated creation and feel confident experimenting further with Figma's robust animation tools.